look into the extent reports, how to generate extent reports. So this is the fixed code. You don't need to change anything else in these extent reports. So anywhere you can go and you can add additional things. You can add additional, but there is no change in the code. So what we are doing here is we have a predefined classes in the extent manager, this extent reporter. So we have a event stack com.event stack package. This extent reports package, we have a extent reports class, extent Spark reporter. These are the how you want your report. Everything you can control in these classes. This is a one-time effort. You are not going to change also. So just report where you want. See, reports we are keeping here, right? In this folder, we are keeping reports. So this extend reports init method. Okay, we have an initialization method, right? So this method, what it does is just we are giving the dynamic report. So generating the dynamic report, basically timestamp, you're getting with this timestamp, and then paths.get, you are going to create. So this folder structure, you are getting this path. What is this path? See that reporter output folder. See, dot reports means the current project directory and the same. So same here you have. If you put a dot means current working directory, it will take automatically. Then you're giving this reports. And then, so this, you're calling all these final static variables, you're calling them wherever you need. Then report name, just give your report name hyphen this timestamp .html. So I want HTML file. So HTML file we are generating. Extend report HTML file. This will give you nice report like how many passed, how many failed. Even screenshots also it will attach to that. So I'll show you how to attach a screenshot and how we are doing. Basically, this will help you if you are going some company or you want to design a framework. So if you have all this knowledge, you can just copy paste these things also from our framework, right? If you're building the framework, you can just follow the same structure. But company to company, it will vary. They will add additionals, but these are fixed. These are something, it's going to be common. And so if file doesn't exist in this path, then you create the directories, I'm saying. So files dot create directories. So all these directories you can create, even subdirectories also you can give, it will create that. So then catch block, you can just do that. Then extend reports, new extend reports.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Did you start the recording?
Yes. I started. I think, yeah, I started. Yeah. So extend reports class, we just this class variable we declared here, and I'm assigning to that new extend reports. So this extend Sparker reporter, basically you need to pass the complete the file path for this Sparker reporter class. And there's the configurations, how you want your report. What is the document title for that report? So this is the document report we are giving. So then report name, what report name you want, OpenCart functional testing. And this will show title of the report. Title means top. So in the page title we have, right? That is the one. And this one is the name of the report. You can get below in the page. So when you open the report, then set theme. Theme we have a dark and one more is there. So if you just put a dot, you'll get a dark and standard. Only two are there. So which one you want, you choose it. So I'm just preferring a dark. So then attach this, attach all these configurations to extend reports, attach reporter, Spark reporter. All these configurations will be attached to that. Then you can add a more system info. So in the report, you want to print some like what is the customer name and application name and which module you are testing, sub modules, operating system. So see how to get operating system. System.get property os.name. That means which operating system you are running this, that you can get it. So username, system.get property, user.name. So then set system info, environment, which environment you are running, QA, staging, testing, what environment you are running. So the build number, you can mention the build number also. So team, which team it is. So you can all this, any info, if you want to add key value pair, you can add. So in this extend reports file, that is one. So this you return this. This is returning a extend reports. This method is returning a extend reports class. That's the one. And extend report listener is the main thing. So here you are implementing iTest listener interface in this your custom class. This is your custom class name. You can give any name for this. And you're implementing this already predefined interface. iTest listener interface you're keeping here. So you're implementing one by one. So see, I'm calling the, how can you call another class a static method? Class name dot that init method we are calling. This returns extend reports object. That is the extend reports object. Then public static extended test, the test keyword. So on start, these are all methods declared in this interface and we are implementing here. So see that on start to on finish. So that means first starting off your project, this code, whatever the code you are writing, that will execute. On finish means after complete execution of your entire, all the test cases, this code will execute. Okay, so this is the one. And main important on test start, we have @test methods, right? @test methods. That test method start before this block of code will execute. So what I'm taking, I'm just taking the method name, the test method name, result.get method name, which method, which test method is running, that method name we are taking. And you can get the qualified name if you want. And so I'm just getting complete, we'll get a package dot class name, you will get, right, that I'm separating. The last index of means the last dot after whatever is there, I'm getting that. And that this is enough for you. So you don't need all this logic, okay? And then that method so just started, I'm saying. So this method, which test method is executing, that started. Extend test, extend dot create test with this method name. That method you and the description, anything is there, you can get the description also. So assign category. So you are getting the suit name also, everything with this. You're attaching that suit name also, and you're getting the class name also. So all this test name, then suit name, class name also, you can get it everything while running before your test method. This is the on test start means. Your test method starts before this is the one you are doing. And then on test success. Okay, if you test method is success, then what code you want to execute? So this is the code. So get the method name. So method is passed. Extend test, create test with this method. And test.log status pass, test passed message, you can log it. So in the same report, you will get this pass and you will get this status. So try. So I'm attaching. So screenshot I'm taking. WebDriver factory dot get the screenshot result dot get. So why sometimes on success also we need screenshots. They will ask. That's why we're adding this code. And test dot. For this test, I'm adding that screen capture from path and this path. So this image will add to that report. That particular test, this screenshot will add. So that's the on test success what you want to do. Even on test failure also similar code. Why? If the test case fails, you have to take the screenshot. That is try catch blocks we are using. Similar code, there is no change, but here status dot fail you are going to call. So, and also you want throwable message, and you are getting all the message also. So this is the extra we are doing here, but remaining whatever you did in the success, same here you are also doing. Then end time also. So start time here you can get here start time. So you can start time is missing here, but you can get the start time here, and then end time also you can get it here. So what time it ended, you can get the end time also. So that's all. These methods are predefined methods in the extended reports. Then on test skipped. So what you want to do. So if it's skipped, you don't need to take a screenshot on skip because it doesn't execute right at all. You don't need a screenshot, but we just kept there, okay, where it is skipped if you want to see that. And then that's all. These are the methods mainly. You need to remember on test start, on test failure, on test skipped. These are very important. On finish, on start. So these are the predefined method in this interface. You can implement your own way. That's the advantage with interface. Interface, you will just declare once. Anybody can implement them in their own classes. So automatically, this advantage of this listeners implementation is you don't need to include this code or this code, right? This screenshot code for every test case. It will call automatically this code. The test start before, test success after, test failed after. This code will automatically execute. That means you are saving a lot of code right here. So there are so many test cases are there. All of them you cannot include this code. Instead of that, you are putting here, and that will call automatically for every test before, every test success, every test failure. That is the advantage of listeners. And also listeners will add logs, status, pass or failed. And also you are going to take the screenshots and the exception messages, everything you will get. So with the one method only, you're writing everything. That is the advantage of this listeners and extend report listeners class. And also nice pie chart you will get, and you have filtering there. So passed how many, failed how many, you can get easily. So that's the advantage with this. And there is a test allure listener, but this is also same methods, test listener interface methods you're implementing. A little bit differently you're doing that here. So it's up to you. If you want, you can take it up. Otherwise, not that much important, this one. Same code again, we are writing here also. Okay. So here instance of one, this is the Java concept. Instance of means this type reference variable. This one is the get driver is a instance of this one or not. That's what you are checking with instance of, is going to give true or false. So this instance variable, this reference variable is instance of this one or not. So that you can check, like you are going to create a class reference variable equal to new class name, right? That reference variable instance of the class name you can give or interface name you can give. So now this method WebDriver factory.getDriver is returning a WebDriver object. That's what we are checking, instance of that one. Execute this. I'm saying that's it. That's the how you can get this. Same methods we are implementing here also, on test fail, on test success, what you want to do. Okay, so this is the little bit, it is going to attach the reports, screenshots for the your report, allure reports. We are storing here allure results here, and you can automatically, it will take go to that path. So this is the one report related how you can generate. This is the standard format, these things. Anywhere you go, what report you are generating, if they ask you, you need to give answer, extend reports. That's it. And you can tell So we have method ITestListener interface methods implemented in our own class, and on start to, on finish to, on test start to, on test success to, on test failed to. So right, on test skipped. These methods you are implementing them in your own way. That is the main concept of this extent report listeners. Any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah. So after this, let me show you the logs. So logs, how you can add. So how you are using these logs. Basically, logs we have a different type of logs. Logs.info, logs.error, logs.debug, info, error, debug. These are the main things, and you can use this to print your messages. So you want to print your console, you will use this appenders to the console. It will append to the console with this timestamp and with this levels. Levels are all the levels is nothing but these things. Level is info, level is so you can say level is debug, level is error. So that levels you can mention that what level you want. And the same, the file is going to roll, right? Where you are storing these logs, the base path of the entire project structure. This is the base path /automation.log. So this will store all the logs in this file. So, and the base path is .logs. So this is a folder, .logs, right? Can you see here, dot means the current directory, current project directory /logs. So here storing. Then, so these logs, inside you are storing the automation.log file. So that file, you will have all the data. So whatever the loggers you are writing, those loggers will be available here in this file. You can go and see all your logger messages. Okay, that's how you are going to add your logger base path you are setting. So which directory you want log files, then which file you want to mention. So this is the base path. Base path only I'm using $ curly bracket inside base path. That's all logger related. This is also standard. You don't need to worry about this also. This is also standard code. And you don't need to touch this file also. But you can change where you want to print in the console or you don't want to print in the. If you don't want to print in the console, just remove this block. Okay. So you can use different loggers. You see the console if you want to add that. So see debug, info, warn, error, pattern. These are all levels. So different levels, multiple log levels. I included here info. If you want to debug, you add one more block in this one. So you can add one more block. So you want info, instead of info, just put debug. That's it. If you want error, one more block you add, right? Like that you can keep. So you're checking, okay, even if I use a info or debug, both should be go to this file that you're mentioning. So that is the loggers you can mention, what type of loggers you want. So info logger or a debug logger or so errors, fatals, what type of things you want, you can mention that. This is the logger related.
Sir, so for test-ng, we are using a reporter.log.
That test-ng only for the test-ng reports. Now we are not going to use the test-ng reports. We are completely moving out of test-ng reports. Also will generate, but that is only in the test-ng reports that logs will show. Okay, so instead of that, you can use this whole project, this logs, your custom logger. Always people will use this custom logger soon.
So for
Log4j.
hybrid, always this log4j tools.
Yes, log4j. Even application development also they will use log4j.
Okay.
So that's the main standards people will follow.
Okay. For JUnit, there's no logging. Loggers.
No, we don't have. You can, if you're using JUnit, you can use this log4j.
Okay.
So this is for any this log4j is a standard you can use.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next topic. Main thing is utilities, right? That's our only pending. Utilities. This is a very important. So we need to understand this ExcelUtils. Let's finish this only simple thing. We'll finish quickly. And then we'll move on to the JavaScriptUtils. And next class, I'll cover WebDriverUtils. ExcelUtils, basically, we are going to use this utility file to read the data from Excel sheet, write the data to the Excel sheet. That kind of all the Excel related data and reusable methods you can keep in this class. So who is providing all this is Apache Py library. Apache Py library inside, we have a XSF workbook, XSF sheet, these classes we have. So these classes, it will handle the XLSX format. There is one more HSSF workbook, horrible spreadsheet format. This is the XML spreadsheet format. XSF means horrible spreadsheet format classes will support only .xls format. Now I think nobody is using .xls format. Previously it was there. That's why they created HSF also. Those classes based on your file type. .xls or .xlsx. Based on that, we need to use those classes. So generally we are using .xlsx. That's why we need to use these classes. These classes are coming from Apache Py library. You can see that. arg.apache py xsf.usermodel.xsf workbook xsf sheet. So this is the main thing we are using here. Even you can use different other classes also in this. There are so many to handle Microsoft documents. They provided all the support here. What will be there in this? Ready-made classes, methods. You don't need to develop again. That's a library means. A library is nothing but which has a predefined code with all the reusable methods for every task. Even for Selenium libraries, right? Those are libraries. You can see for every action, there is a class, methods, and interfaces are there. The same in any library, it is a common structure. There are some classes and methods. Now here, these classes I'm using here to read the data from Excel sheet. So for this method is returning object to two-dimensional array. You give the file path. In this file, which sheet you want to read, from which sheet, the sheet name you are passing. So first I need to read the file, right? So I have to identify first file source file equal to new file, giving this path. Then create object for file input stream, right? File input stream, I'm creating object, new file input stream of this source file I'm passing. Then workbook. So you got the file inside you have workbook equal to new XSF workbook. So that is the workbook object you are creating. Basically workbook class, you're creating object. XSF workbook, you're creating object for that class. Then sheet, workbook dot get sheet name. So get sheet name. So this is the sheet name you're getting from the workbook. that you're assigning to this. Then from this sheet, you need to get row count. So sheet dot get last row number. This will give you total number of rows count in the sheet. Whatever the sheet you are giving, right? That sheet, it will go, a workbook can contain multiple sheets. So you can put the data in multiple sheets also, but just pass this for this method, pass the sheet name. Automatically it will go to that sheet. You don't need to worry about that. And get the column count. Sheet dot get row dot get last cell number. This is how to get the column numbers. So sheet dot get last row number will give you the row count. Sheet dot get row dot get last cell number will give you the column count. Now you know the row count, column count. You can create a two-dimensional object array, right? That's Excel sheet means two-dimensional object array. Object to two-dimensional array, data equal to new object. I'm passing the row count and column count. Then iterate that. For loop int I equal to 0, I less than row count, I plus plus. For int k equal to 0, k less than column count, a plus plus. Then get the row and cell data, convert that into string format, store in this two-dimensional array object. Now we're returning this data. So this is the whole how to read the data from Excel file. This is the code you have to write if they ask you how to read the data from Excel sheet. Okay, Excel sheet, how to read the data means you write this one. Okay, so this is the one we have used. We are going to use this method. I'm going to use. And any questions here?
Not really, sir.
Okay. Okay, so next one is we need to see this JavaScript utils. Okay. So JavaScript utils we have already seen, right? So this JavaScript utils is nothing but all the JavaScript related code. If you want to execute in Java Selenium, you will use this JavaScript utils. And so I'm just creating for this class a constructor. For that, we are passing a driver is the parameter. So web driver variable we are using. And a flash method, click method, all this we are using in this class. Then you can call this methods wherever you want. Otherwise, you can keep it here also, web driver utils also, if you don't want separately. It's all in your hand, how you want. And a flash method is just highlighting the element. right? We already seen this JavaScript executor JS equal to JavaScript executor of driver. So JS dot execute script arguments of 0 dot, you're setting the attribute, what style we need to set. So style background yellow and border 5 pixel red. You want to change the color, you can change. So background, if you want, you can change. Border, if you want, you can change. Just color, you can change whatever the color you want on this element. So after highlighting, so I'm waiting for the some time. Then I'm removing the highlightation. I'm converting into white. So border solid 2 pixel white. So that means it highlight won't show again. That's what we're seeing. We're highlighting, then waiting 2 seconds, then remove that highlight. So we don't want to continue, right? That's the main concept. Okay, so the change color also is the same. So you can give your own color here. Instead of hard coding, you can do that. That's what this one. Arguments of 0 dot style dot background color. You can change whatever you want. You can change the color. That's a parameterized methods we are creating. So which element you want to change. And you can use this change color method. Get title by JS. You can get the page title. Generally, we are using driver.get title, right? And you can use a JavaScript executor also. See that, what is that? Return JS.execute script, return.document.title. This is the main code. This will give you the page title. So simple. See that, and you don't need to write every time this entire line, right? Just call this method. This returns history. Sorry?
Sir, it will return current page title only or any titles?
Current page only. Why any page? Wherever you are in that page title only, you will get it. Because you are going to call where this method. Which page? That page title. Always current page only. You will talk all these methods current page only. Other page it won't possible, right? Without opening that page, it's not at all possible.
Okay.
Okay. So you can get, you can go by back, browser back button. You can do so like this. JS.execute script history.go -1. That means one step back it will go. So you can go forward. So history.go 1. These are all JavaScript code. These are all JavaScript codes. These are all. So you're executing the JavaScript code in JavaScript. And then refresh browser by JS history.go 0. The same page will reload and generate alerts. You can generate the alerts also. Say this is the one. JS.execute script alert. You can put a message. You can pass the message. One alert will show for you. You want to generate alerts. This is the generate alert method. You can put it. You can use this thing. Maybe, for example, you are running a test. In the beginning, you want to generate alert which page is running. You want to know. You can call this method and message that, okay, running on page 1, running on page 2. You want to generate that alert for the demo purpose. These are all going to help you. It's easy for anyone, right, to understand which page is currently going on. Okay, that is the one. Generate a confirmation pop-up. So confirm is the another generate alerts, right? Alert type, second alert type. And then get page inner text. This is a very important. So this is asked in many interviews, this one, how can you get the inner text of the page? So page inner text means return document element dot inner text. So you'll get the inner text of that element. So whatever that complete document inner text, you will get it. That means entire HTML source code, basically. Click element by JS. This is the widely used one, right? How to click element by JS, arguments of 0.click method. Send case using with ID. So how you can type by ID. So JS.execute script document dot get element by ID. That element has ID. You can use ID dot value. See that. This is important parameterizing here. So you're storing the entire value, whatever the value you want to type, that you're storing here. Let's say you're sending your text into this element. That's how to type it using send keys without send keys method. Scroll page down. So window dot scroll to 0, document dot body dot scroll height. Automatically scroll down. Scroll page down. So this is another way. So you can give height, how much height you want to scroll down. That's a height you are parameterizing here. So this is the overloading concepts, right? All the overloading methods. Scroll up. So you can do scroll height 0. 0 means a top. It will go to top. So that's the how to scroll window dot scroll to this method you can use. Then scroll into view. So you want to scroll particular element inside. Then you can scroll for particular element. You can use this method. Scroll for element. Basically, we got now scroll for element already in the actions. You don't need this anymore. Okay, so that we have seen yesterday how to scroll for an element.
So
Okay. So next, draw borders you want to draw. This is all not necessary much. Add a new tab. If you want to add a new tab, js.execute script, window dot open. You're opening the new window. Another way to open a new tab is this is the one. You can open a new tab. And also we have seen with the WebDriver method directly, right? Driver dot switch to method dot new window type dot
Window type dot tab.
Window type dot window. If you give, new window will open. So those you can use, or otherwise you can call this one. Anyone is fine. Okay. So that's
this method will open a new tab. How to open new windows? Both are same.
so new window you have to, yeah. So new window also you can give another way. I need to see this code. Yeah, new window how to open in the JavaScript. I don't know. I didn't check anytime.
Okay.
How to open new window in JavaScript. Same window method, open method it is giving, but tab how to. Okay, let's go and see that. All the new browser tab. This one window dot open. If you give the URL, it will open new tab. Then what about
Window
okay.
or tab?
So opens a new browser window or a new tab, depending on browser settings and the parameter values. Okay. So which you are passing? We are passing empty here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So empty means it will open empty tab or empty window. But based on all our browser settings, they are saying, but what settings you are giving. So you will select right in the browsers. So in the browser, you will select visibility, appearance, Appearance. Default browser. On startup. Open on the new tab. Continue where you left off. Open a specific page or set of pages. So I think these are the settings you need to look for that. Based on this, it will so open that in the new tab or new. This is all JavaScript code, and I think same method we are using. These are the parameters. URL you can give name, the target attribute or name of the window. Even window also you can specify. But I never used this because I will use always. One time I used for one of the project. So, but mostly used our Selenium methods now. Selenium is becoming more methods they're creating for all the scenarios. That's why you can use their methods only if you use. If some error comes, then it is going to be easy for you to track it down.
Okay.
That is the main reason. Instead of using other things, if you use these things, you won't get much logger. If you use their methods, you'll get loggers and everything properly. The exceptions, anything comes. That's all for the day. And I'll, so we'll see next week, Tuesday.